Whether you're watching this on YouTube or TikTok, try to subscribe. Help me build this community so we can get things done as a unit. We can do our lives when the community gets bigger and everybody can have a voice. If I'm wrong about something, check me on it. I try to stick to the facts, but I can be wrong. I'm human. But if I'm not, then the conversation is over as far as who's wrong. Because it's not about being right. It's about the truth and the facts. Now let's get into this next video.
Hi. Hello, how are you? So those of you who know, Charlie was very good about having a surprise for every AmFest. And we are so blessed to have you. We are so grateful. I mean...
Thank you. I'm honored to be here. I am honored to be here. Thank you for having me.
Love you guys. So we're just gonna dive right into this.
Erica Kirk is so fake. You can literally feel it oozing out of her pores.
You had some fun words for Governor Newsom. I have to read these tweets because they're amazing and they are so funny. Okay, first one, we'll do this one. Unless you want to read it in your own voice. I think it'd be really great. Okay.
Oh, Gavi Poo, it only gets worse from here for you, buddy. It's the end of the road for you, my love. Get on the nearest jet ski and let that beautiful hair blow in the wind. It'll make you happier than this race that you will not win. Enjoy life. Peace.
Okay. One more.
Why not? Imagine being the guy running on wanting to see trans kids. Haha, not even a trans adult would run on that. Normal adults wake up and think they want to see healthy, safe, happy kids. Not Gav, the Gav nots. Gav not in, Gav out. Send in the next guy, I'm bored.
So I'm just gonna let you riff. Like, I want you to say whatever you want to say to Mr. Newsom.
Dear Newscom, we don't have a problem cleaning up the scum if we have to. Please tread lightly. That's what I would say to Gavi Poo.
So with regard to the current administration, what has been maybe the biggest surprise for you, or something that you just really has been put on your heart that you've learned about our president and our vice president?
Well, I have the utmost respect and admiration for our president. He has, I don't know if he even knows this, but he's given so many people hope that there's a chance to beat the bad guys and to win, and to do it with your head held high and your integrity intact. He's from Queens, New York, like me. So, but what it's shown me personally is sometimes, you know, even in the worst feeling times in your life, you think that you're never gonna come back from it. But you do. And our president shows that. He's been through every single thing a person could be through publicly. Having to constantly be lied on. It's not really that funny. Until you are in that person's shoes that's being lied on, you'll never understand what it feels like. That person is a human being. They have a family who has to read those lies. And that's not, and it's just not fair. But this administration is full of people with heart and soul. And they make me proud of them. Our vice president, he makes me, well, I love both of them, but they're both powerful men, smart, strong, all of that, but both of them have a very uncanny ability to be someone that you relate to. I can relate to them. When I hear them speak, I know that they're one of us. Like, I know that they're not, don't you guys agree? They haven't lost touch of the world. You know, they're still connected to the world and what's happening in the world with the younger people and older people.
I'm not gonna force you to listen to this BS. I just want you to see how she says nothing. It's a bunch of vague BS. And every time she opens her mouth and says anything, you have the people clapping as if she said something so profound that it made their mind explode. It's sickening to watch.
With the richer people and not so rich people, they have the ability to still connect and be real and make us feel proud to be American.
Wow. You're an amazing mother. What have you seen that has been a struggle for young women today? And then also, since both of us have little boys, I would love for you to also talk about the male side of that question as well.
Okay, well, something that I've noticed recently is that for little girls, I think that no matter how you look, we should be trying to instill into them to be proud of how they look. Recently, in the media, it's almost been like a push to, it's not just making young Black children feel proud of themselves, but it's almost like doing that and at the same time telling other children not to be proud of themselves. And I don't want any child feeling that way. If as Black women, we felt that we were not being represented and not being admired for our beauty, if we felt like that as Black women, why would we want to do that to other women? Amen. Why would we now need to make other people downplay their beauty so that we can feel, no, that's not how it works. I don't need someone with blonde hair and blue eyes to downplay their beauty because I know my beauty. Do you understand? It doesn't bother me that a woman feels and says that she's beautiful. Amen. Why shouldn't she feel that? Why have we gotten to a point where certain colors or certain kinds of people have to be afraid of loving themselves and loving the way they look? Mm-hmm. Like, isn't that wild? Yeah. And so for little girls, I don't want what was done to little Black girls done to little white girls. I don't want it done to any girls. I want all the little girls in the world to know that you are unique, you are beautiful, you are you, and you can compliment another girl, you can compliment another woman and still know that you are epic and amazing. So that's what I would say about for the girls. And I know I know my adults understand clearly where I'm going with that, where I'm I don't like that. I don't like people making other people feel badly about themselves in any way. We need to nurture young girls. Yes, whether they are black, white, Asian, Hispanic, they still need to be nurtured. They cannot continue to pay for other people's sins. They haven't done anything wrong.
Amen. And what do you think about for young men? For young men.
And for young men, don't be new scum. Yes. See, dear young men, you have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president. And you have amazing role models like the assassin J.D. Vance, our vice president. And when I say that,
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
Trust me, there's nothing new under the sun that I have not heard, so you're fine. Yes, we did.
Nicki Minaj got on that stage at Turning Point USA and said a bunch of nothing. I'm a huge proponent of don't say it, explain it. They use that as a tool to try to sway the thinking of Black Americans, especially Black women, mainly Black feminist women, who have been traitors to the Black race since the 60s. Remember, don't just say it, explain it. Welfare itself was created in the 30s, but was expanded in the 60s. When they told Black women, you don't need a man, how did they accomplish such a feat? They gave them free money and shiny things. Apartments, food stamps, and they turned their backs. Not all Black women, I must reiterate that, because you have a lot of good Black women, but the feminist Black women, she's a cancer to society. So no longer did they have to listen to the Black man, whose leadership was useless as far as she was concerned, because he couldn't provide the things white men could for their wives, like nice big houses in the suburbs, as if redlining didn't exist. That was the moment there was a shift. It was no longer about Black people's fight against the system. It was about the Black woman's fight. She turned into a victim of single motherhood and the patriarchy. White politicians and white feminists use Black women with feminist mindset against Black men, making them public enemy number one. It has been downhill ever since, with movies like The Color Purple. I remember my wife and I got into a little spat about that movie. I watched it one time, and that was good enough for me. She couldn't understand at first. I explained, look how they make Black men look, like angry, unreasonable women-beating animals, same as Tyler Perry movies. If he's not a woman beater, he's a buffoon who's lazy, jobless, and unmotivated and unworthy of respect. Some Black women eat that shit up. Meanwhile, most have never suffered by the hands of a Black man. So that's how we got to this point of allowing rappers to speak at political events on our behalf. The Republicans did it this time, but 98% of the time, it's the Democrats. When Kamala Harris was running, she used Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, and Beyonce to speak on behalf of Black women. They ignore Black men, much like the church. Why? because we see through that bullshit. This is why I don't support either party. Nicki supports Republicans because it's the side her enemies don't support. She says Republicans have connected with the people, rich and poor alike. They make us feel proud to be American. She said a bunch of nothing, vague, empty, ego-stroking trash. And she not even American, that's the crazy part. She's an illegal alien from Trinidad who disrespected Malcolm X and Rosa Parks. So Turning Point USA can clearly see she has no loyalty to Black Americans, but they know she got famous on the back of Black culture. They let her ramble off at the mouth to get her to say something. Erica Kirk is just like her husband, if not worse. At least Charlie said it himself. He even spoke against Nicki Minaj and women like her.
Minaj, Cardi B.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is causing dads to leave the home.
Hold on a second. I don't think that's a good role model for 18-year-old black girls. I don't think that songs that are talking about like glorifying wet female genitalia is exactly, I don't know which one wrote that song. Which one was it?
I think it was Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But but by the way, the role models of the 1940s and 50s for Black America were completely different.
So it is a representation issue.
Hold on a second. No, not representation. It's who do you get your art from? It's what values are they putting forward? For example, more times than not, black politicians will lament the condition of America. It's systemically racist. It's terrible. What does that do to a 14-year-old black kid if you just find that you hear that everything is rigged against you?
I 100% agree with what he said in that area. She's not a good role model. Most female rappers today talk about nothing but sex, selling sex, oral sex, and using men for money. So we agree when it comes to this, which is why I'm sure he was rolling around in his grave looking up from the depths of hell, watching Nicki and his precious Erica on stage. Satan himself probably had to bop him in the back of his big ass head with a shovel and make him get back to work. Erica was directing her on what to speak about and when to speak about it. The part about boys being boys is totally uncharacteristically against her previous views. I agree with it because it's correct. Boys should be boys and not think it's okay to walk around in a princess dress. But what stood out to me was the girls' advice. Since when do little white girls have to feel bad about their beauty? They have billboards all over the country of women that look just like them. Once you get past all the useless rambling, this is what she came to say. See, the right is attempting to play victim. They're using an immigrant Trinidadian to do it. White people like these are trying to change the narrative. They are trying to twist the message of Black Americans using a Trinidadian tether. Because she is possibly about to lose her home because of her need to put hands on people. Her brother is a PDF file, and so is her husband. Maybe she's seeking a pardon or a dismissal of the court case her security has against her and her PDF file husband. Now she has over 100K in signatures to deport her sellout ass back to Trinidad. These white ring racists made it about beauty, knowing damn well it's about racism. These white ring racists want to rewrite history. White history is ugly. Not little girls. The way you stop that history is by telling it. This is how racists like Crystal Wilsey, who called a Somali the N-word while working at Cinnabon. Get that. She raised over $132,000. Are these what she wants little white girls to grow up to be? The fact she could raise that kind of money shows you how twisted white America is. My opinion is at least 70 to 80% of white America is racist. Because if they weren't, how do you explain $132,000 for calling someone the N-word? The justice in it is when they felt stupid when they realized she had biracial kids. So she got a thing for the soul pole. Which goes to prove another point. The woman is on camera flipping a bird and calling a Somali couple the N-word, clear as day. Yet she has a black child. So just because they will sleep with you does not mean they aren't racist. Stone cold racist. She worked at Cinnabon for God's sake. Yet she still felt like they were beneath her. This isn't rare in this country, nor is it the first time a racist had hundreds of thousands raised on their behalf on GoFundMe. Did Nicki speak about that? No. She wouldn't dare do that. Which is why you never let an immigrant speak on the behalf of Black Americans. Because this is what you get. She wasn't even intelligent enough not to say the word assassin in front of a woman who had her husband's Adam's apple blown out in front of America not less than a year ago. Erica Kirk had to try and clean it up and let her know her ridiculously stupid mistake was okay by telling her she loved her. Oh, which is more bullshit. She said she was a good mother. How? You don't know her. Since when do good mothers have kids with PDF files? It's like buying a Hostess factory for someone that could storm my 600-pound life. You think PDF files don't do it to their own kids? Between her bailing out and paying for the lawyer of her PDF file brother and her marrying one, I think it's safe to say she has a soft spot for these types. These Republican clowns took a page from the Democrats' playbook by using rappers to attempt to sway our opinion, and it backfired. If she gets deported, do you think they will help her? I doubt it. The only way I support Trump is in his deportation of these invaders. They have scammed the country out of billions. This is a proven fact. If Kamala Harris got into office, none of this stuff would come to light. And feminist Black American women were willing to overlook the fact that she was an Indian tether masquerading as a Black woman just to see a woman become president. Also, immigrant women shouldn't even be allowed in American politics. This is how you get a criminal tether like Ilhan Omar, who allegedly married her brother to get him into the country. Her net worth was $65,000 and went up to $30 million in 4 years. How? So these feminists would rather have a symbolic victory than to have our neighborhoods cleaned up of this trash. Black women that have integrity did not fall for that bullshit. I'm not saying you gotta like Trump or MAGA, but you need to see which side has more of your interests in common. Black women did not die, or Black people did not die so that we could vote. They died because evil white racists hung them from trees. You have passive racists, and you have right-out racists. Someone like Ilhan Omar and Kamala Harris, who is not just an Indian, but a Brahmin Indian. In short, they are the Indians who oppress dark-skinned Indians. Then you have Nick Fuentes, Charlie Kirk, Vivek Ramaswamy, outright blatant racists. I like my racists obvious. Do not pretend to be my friend. At least I can respect the character of a blatant racist. You don't like me, and I don't like you. But with a passive racist, they will pretend to be your friend, like Kid Rock or Marky Mark. Then once you invite them to the cookout and they have used you for what they need, they will turn on you like a doorknob. Stop inviting anybody to the cookout. We have no friends. Does that mean your cool African homie or your cool white homie isn't really down? Absolutely not. What it means is just because they're cool doesn't mean that the whole family is cool. They're standouts. Black Americans are too welcoming by nature. That has to stop. We allowed Asians into our neighborhoods, supported their businesses, showed them love. And what did they do? Blamed us for them not getting into school because of affirmative action. And we said it wasn't because of us. The affirmative action wasn't even helping us. It was helping white women and immigrants before us. So they got it abolished. And guess who still couldn't get into school? So guess who wants to say, oh, you were right? Nah, stay y'all treacherous asses over there. I can go on and on, but I'm gonna leave this one right here. Let's get Nicki and Ilhan Omar the hell up out of here. These illegals gotta go so we can get to work building ourselves back up. Until next time, peace.